You asked, 8 investigates. With increased ICE operations here in Maine, a number of you asking where ICE agents are allowed to go and how they're allowed to make arrests.
Chief investigative reporter Nora Hogan joins us in studio. And Nora, you caught up with a civil rights attorney, and there are 2 different types of warrants that are used by law enforcement and immigration agents. So what's the difference here?
Yeah, Megan, John, when local police officers search a home or make an arrest, unless they're responding to an emergency and have probable cause, say something like someone screaming for help behind a locked door, they need a judge to sign a warrant. Rather than using those judicial warrants, ICE agents usually work with something called an administrative warrant, which has its limitations. A judicial signature requirement is a safeguard intended to protect all of us from illegal search and seizure, a constitutional right.
Our Fourth Amendment couldn't be clearer that people have a right not to have their homes invaded without a judicial warrant.
Immigration attorneys say if an agent comes to your house, ask them to slip a judicial warrant under the door. It looks like this. The name of the courthouse will be at the top and a judge's signature will be at the bottom. If you get one of these, you are legally required to comply. An administrative warrant looks like this. It says Department of Homeland Security at the top, and it's signed by an immigration judge or ICE official. An agent can use it to arrest you in a public place, but not to enter your home. But ICE's increased presence in Maine comes on the tails of a whistleblower report. Someone from inside Immigration and Customs Enforcement leaked an internal memo advising agents that they were clear to enter homes without a judicial warrant, despite years of legal guidance and policies saying otherwise.
And something everybody should worry about. They're picking on people of color now, but anybody they don't like, they can invade your house and come in without a warrant.
And these Portland area lawyers say they're prepared to file suit. They're getting ready to even file as early as next week. They say they're filing for excessive use of force based on some videos they've seen, and also possible false arrests, meaning people are just making arrests based on racial profiling, not with probable cause or with warrants. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and interesting, I know you said they're prepared to expand the case if agents start acting on that internal memo too. So I know you especially, will be watching that pretty closely.
That is an interesting point. And Nora, before you go, another question here about ICE operations that we've been hearing about. This is happening when a car is left behind by the side of the road by an ICE agent after one of those arrests. We've seen that a couple of times in the city of Portland. What happens with that?
Yeah, some concerns that some of these cars were actually left unattended, possibly even running, which is a concern. So I did reach out to some local law enforcement sources. They say typically, I mean, we see people get arrested out of their cars all the time for maybe traffic violations, whatever have you. Usually the police officer will wait there until either a friend can come pick up the car or a tow truck gets there. Sometimes Sheriff Kevin Joyce even told me that they'll get permission from the owner to even drive it somewhere for them. And it's unclear if ICE is taking those same precautions.
And yesterday, Sheriff Joyce actually said when ICE arrested a Cumberland County corrections officer that in that case specifically, that car was left behind.
Yeah, and he said he still is not sure what happened to that. And that's our own sheriff in this county. I reached out to the Department of Homeland Security to try to get some insight, but we didn't hear back at this point.
Okay, all right, Nora, thanks for staying on the case for us. We appreciate that. And if you have a question you want us to investigate, you can email us at 8investigates@wmtw.com. Our team reads every email you send.